Well, I don't like funny things, so
Yeah.
that's not gonna do it for me.
Yeah, same. I'm done with comedy. That's where I'm at tonight.
Oh, okay. This will be a really we're setting the tone.
Ow! Fuck!
Setting the tone very serious.
I'm out with like spoken comedy and more. I'm into physical stuff now. Pratfalls, just like boom.
That's how I'm opening this video.
Yeah, I hope you're recording that. I hope you're recording. Yes,
I did.
Great. Awesome, fantastic.
All right, I'm ready. We're here to go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's dead serious.
Should I have worn a tie? I can get. I don't know where my ties are.
Wait, I can wear a tie. Hold on.
I stopped wearing ties years ago.
I think I have a tie.
I don't have a collared shirt.
No, I'm gonna wear a tie.
Okay, hold on. Oh yeah, sure. Hold on now. There we go. I'm wearing a comfy dad t-shirt and a tie. This is great. I feel like I'm trying really hard to support my Avril Lavigne fan child.
I literally just said that to him. I was like, he was gonna pull it all the way up, and I was like, no, we're Avril Lavigneing it. I am putting it down here. Yeah, you gotta loosen it a little. We're not going that hard, right? We're only a little fancy.
We're having fun here.
Okay, all right. It's serious time. I feel like it's too late to do an intro. I've already been recording and we both have ties on.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the intro is us getting up to get ties and then it's just dead air for like 2 minutes.
We talk for 30 minutes. We just sit here, just like fix our ties.
You can just hear me in the background going, fuck, where are my ties at?
All right,
I think this is the last tie I wore for like a job interview like 2 years ago, and before that, it's been a while.
Well, it's been a while. I'm glad I could give you an excuse. You don't have to wear a tie for school?
Like some teachers do, but they're sticks in the mud, you know?
Hell yeah.
I'm the cool teacher.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But also, I dress for comfort, not for success.
100.
And yeah, I've slowly started like incorporating pajama pants into my professional wear and trying to see if anyone notices.
And have they?
No.
Good.
Yeah, I started moving to slides a week ago instead of wearing shoes.
Yes.
I'm just like, was anyone gonna say anything? Like, I feel like if I wear socks with them, like no one's gonna say anything. If I don't wear socks, they're gonna see my bare feet and they're gonna be like, hey,
that will be a violation.
You're not a professional, but
socks are fine.
Yeah, if I just sock and slides, it'll be good.
You don't get paid enough to not be comfortable.
Exactly.
Like
that's
ever.
why I have like 3 fans that I bought from my classroom.
Yeah.
So I can always be cool and calm and collected. But now I'm gonna start incorporating this tie because I think this makes me look professional.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll finally get the respect that I'm owed.
I think that's pushing it a little. I feel like that's
you're right.
Yeah. Start with the tie. Yeah, but then we'll see. All right. Well, welcome to a Candid Conversation with. We've just done a very long intro and we haven't said a thing about who you are, but I think people probably already know.
Is that the title of the show? A Candid Conversation with?
That's the title of the show, but you get to name the episode. So like,
oh, okay, cool.
What are you feeling?
Oh,
what
man.
What speaks to you?
Can I answer this at the end?
Oh yeah.
Because I always really like to name like podcasts and shows them on like at the end of it.
Okay.
We'll workshop it. Yes. It's gonna be good. We're gonna play some Calvin Ball here and figure it out. It'll be good.
Okay, cool.
For now, untitled interview episode.
An absolute mystery. We do know who you are though. Do you want to introduce yourself? Give your like elevator pitch?
Okay. Hi, I'm Matt. I am one of the very few straight white cisgendered males on the internet with a podcast. There's just not enough of us out there.
Not enough.
Yeah, no, I'm a teacher from Marietta, Mableton, Atlanta, Georgia. We just kind of all merge. And I'm trying to see how much I want to dox myself. Because I don't care what you know.
This
but I know
is my social. This is where I live. Yeah.
Yeah, I stream in my spare time. I play video games on the internet. I teach English. I like to bring joy to the world. Uh,
I love that. That's like you're like, yeah, streaming, teacher, literal world peace. Like
yes.
I'm really covering all of my bases here.
Yeah, so I mean, if I had to say three things I'm about, like three things that matter the most to me, it's educating the children, entertaining the public, and bringing world. Scratch that. Actually, hold on, because I thought I do need $1 million. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's probably like teaching and then streaming, and then we can scratch the piece. Well, the piece is important. The $1 million is more important. So we're gonna put the $1 million at two, I
Right.
think.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, again, need to workshop
We'll
it,
workshop
but
it. We will think about it at the end.
yeah.
Because I'm not paying you to be here, but like we'll get
Neither
that
is the
million
government.
somehow.
Yeah.
That's true.
Neither
Wait,
is
so
the
you're not
government.
getting paid across all platforms, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
no, this is all
All for
completely
fun.
destitute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's working out.
America.
Oh, are we doing this? I like
Yeah.
this.
It felt casual. It felt good.
I feel like I'm wearing. Oh, now I feel like I'm wearing like a fancy scarf.
Just
Hmm,
all the way around, and it's like one of
okay.
those like French.
Oh yes, yes. Oh, did you try the crudité? Hmm.
Delicious, I think.
Yes, I love a good biscotti.
The
That was the
most
first.
French thing I could think of is absolutely
Mm,
biscotti.
I love
Delicious.
those Delta Airlines cookies.
Is that
Biscoff.
your only relation to biscotti is Delta Airlines?
Yeah, I don't know French food very much.
Escargot? But that's not something I would say is
Yeah,
like delicious. I've never tried it actually.
yeah, same. I know omelette du fromage.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a cheese omelet.
Cheese omelet.
And that's it. That's my and Napoleon was a
French.
guy.
And also, no, I'm thinking of Neapolitan. I was gonna say also an ice cream, but that's
Napoleon ice cream. I thought it was Napoleon when I was a kid. I
okay.
was
So
like
I'm not
Napoleon ice
alone.
cream.
All right.
Yeah, it
Whew.
makes sense.
Thank God, I was really
What's a
sweated there.
what is a Neapolitan? What does that word even mean? It's
I
nothing.
right. It's nothing, and it's probably French.
It's like the new city. New city ice cream? Stupid. No. Give me Napoleon ice cream. I
Absolutely.
want my ice cream exiled on an island.
I want it short
Please.
and angry.
Short, angry. I want my ice cream to have delusions of grandeur before I eat it.
Yes. Absolutely. All right. Well, we've got, our marketing for the
Yeah.
next ice cream flavor for Ben and Jerry's. So
Excellent. Finally, that's what this interview was really all about.
yeah, I'm going to
Uh,
send them this.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we shake hands
Shake
and-
on it. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, good. And then we're good to go. Excellent.
That's it. Well, I guess I had like a couple questions for you if you don't
Okay,
if
yeah,
you don't
sure.
mind.
You're the professional here, and so
It's very
you're
shaky.
yeah.
So Cardi,
Yes.
I've known
Breathe.
you for a very long time. In fact, I just went on your channel today before this, and
Okay.
it did like the followage button or the command because I wasn't sure. You and I
Sure.
have known each other for 4 years now.
Wow.
It was
That's
like
half your life.
at least, yeah,
basically.
maybe
Yeah.
more than I can't remember.
Maybe more than yeah.
I don't know how old I am.
I emerged from an egg
Yeah.
months ago.
And here we
So,
are.
yeah, that's been a pretty good 4 years. I think
Yeah.
you're fantastic.
Well, you're fantastic. You and I met via Twitch.
Yes.
I don't actually know. You are one of the oldest. No, I don't want to say oldest because that implies old. You are one of the last standing of the people that I started streaming with, right? So like
Really?
a lot of that group has now
Yeah.
since just done other life things.
Sure.
And you are still here making content like continuously, like more than I am. And I have no
Yeah.
idea how long you were streaming before me. So I started in 2017.
Oh boy. Okay. So I mean, it's funny that you say old because I am. Um I have been just dangerously online for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
When I was a young lad, a young teenage boy, I got on the internet, and ever since then I've just been showing my ass on it as much as possible.
I'll link Cardi's OnlyFans down
Yes,
below.
please.
Yeah.
Please.
He's got to make money somehow.
Listen, big government, don't come after that one. I started streaming. Really? So it kind of like dovetails from the origin story, I guess. So,
Tell me the origin story. I'm ready for the lore.
So, all right, we'll start sad, but it gets not sad, I promise. Okay, so my dad died day before my 16th birthday. Very life-changing experience. Yeah, exactly. Starts sad. But we were very poor, couldn't afford internet or anything. We started getting the Social Security checks, and I'm like, I could use the internet for school and stuff. Really, I wanted to upload my fan fiction now, because normally I would just like type it on our home computer that was shitty and like put it on like a drive and bring it to school and upload it. Sure. Anyway, so I get online and I had friends, but I was pretty like a shy kid for the most part, and so I got into this voice acting community because I wanted to voice act. I thought that would be cool, and I thought I had a pretty decent voice that I could maybe do like commercial or cartoon work or whatever. And mostly I just kind of met a lot of cool friends that I've been friends with for since then, really, and a lot of people I wasn't, because I was just a notorious internet troll in those days, because I was kind of a bad kid. Like, I can be a jerk now, but like everyone knows that I'm really sweet. But back then I was like, no, they can't know.
You were like the Sour Patch Kid without the sweet ending. It was just all sour all the way through.
Exactly. And cool. It was the watermelon too.
Is that bad?
I just like those better. Anyway, so
sure.
I just want to shout out Sour Patch Watermelons.
Let's go.
Yeah. And so voice acting turned me into these friends of mine, Cody and Nikki, who we started doing a podcast, an audio podcast called Stuff Weekly with each other about 11 years ago, almost 12. And the purpose of it was mostly just to have a reason for us to talk every week after this voice acting community died. Because we were like, all right, let's just have something that we can come together and do each week. And so we started podcasting. It's not good. Don't go back and listen to it. It's good. It's good now, I think.
Yeah. Oh, but,
yeah. 12 years hence. And then we started to figure out, okay, what are our common interests? And I was like, I want to talk about video games. I think I'd like to do something with video games. And so we started doing this YouTube show called Cartridgeblowers, which we came up with because we wanted a name that was a double entendre almost, but not quite. And so we started doing the YouTube show, and that was back in like 2013.
Wow.
Yeah. And obviously no one watched it, and no one still watches it, and that's fine. It was, again, another reason for us to come together and do stuff.
Yeah.
It's just hangout sessions with my friends, and that's who don't live near me. And which is a lot of like what draws me to streaming in the first place, but it's just a cool place to hang out with cool people. But eventually we were like, okay, we should use this Twitch thing, because it was kind of blowing up, and we started a channel, and we would start streaming the show that we were recording live there. And I was just like, one day, this is probably 2017 maybe, I was just kind of like playing games alone in my room, like over the summer one day, and I'm like, why am I fucking doing this by myself? Like, the internet is just there. I could just do that and see who shows up. And so I just started streaming myself on this shared channel that we have. And over time since then, I've kind of just subsumed the entire Cartridgeblowers name as my own, which is why it's plural.
I know. I remember that being confusing because I came along in 2000, roughly, I guess it was 2018. And I remember being lightly confused because you do have a plural name, which is like fine. Some people do. But it also, I think your channel description still had Cody's name in it. At least Cody, if not Nikki's. I can't remember. But like, I was like, is this a show with multiple people? Or like, who is this?
It's still, I think it still should have their name on it too, just because.
Does it?
I definitely associate myself with the name Cartridgeblowers.
Yeah.
Like, that's me at this point.
Yeah.
But also I feel bad because like it's a thing we started together. We still do shows together.
You do.
Under that name. but like it's kind of just become my brand, for lack of a better term,
Yeah.
whatever that means, in the amateur streaming space. um, but yeah, and then since then I've just been kind of streaming. I do it because I like playing video games, and I feel like I've kind of made a really cool community,
Yes.
and met a lot of cool people, yourself included, which we met through Rage Quits, who is Nikki's boyfriend Dylan. I don't know how he met you, but
I
uh,
found him on Twitter. When I started
okay,
streaming, I was in like a very active like mode of I want to find friends because that's why I'm on Twitch. Like I'm lonely at
sure.
college, so like that's what I did. And Rage was
Yeah,
playing Subnautica at the same time, and then that led me to you, and that led me to like literally like at least half the people I know today is because of you and
yeah.
Rage, and like I could not be more thankful for those friendships because you guys are
Oh, for sure.
awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I think that's kind of the magic of Twitch
Yeah.
in a lot of ways. Like, just kind of stumbling upon really cool people you would never meet in life in any other way,
Yeah.
right? Like, other than Twitch, I don't really meet new people that often.
How do you
I mean,
do that as an adult?
I don't know. I mean, I
I don't
guess you
know.
like go to random ass functions, but that's super weird.
It's weird.
Like crash a funeral or something. But like,
I've thought about it once or twice, but I've never done it.
there's free food anyway, so you just like I don't know how you meet people. I don't know. Like, and theoretically, I mean, I don't know that I necessarily need to meet new people.
Nah,
I'm pretty happy with like the people I've surrounded myself with here in. I don't. I'm gonna say the term because it makes sense. I really don't like the delineation between internet and real life
I
kind of stuff,
agree. Yeah.
because like my internet friends are my friends.
Yes.
Like you are my friend, Brie,
Right.
and like, but like there's the people I surround myself here on a day to day basis. I'm fine with. I don't need to meet new people. But yet Twitch kind of gives you that opportunity to meet like different personalities who are like so far outside your own wheelhouse, and it's really cool. Um, and so I still kind of do it. Like you said, like still been going for a while. We both have, and I do it because it's fulfilling and fun, and it's just I like entertaining folks, and people have told me that they like hanging around where I'm at, and that makes me feel pretty good. That's pretty
Yeah.
self, right? You
Yeah.
know,
You have a
uh,
very cool community. It's like very like all very wholesome. Well, I don't know about wholesome, but like yeah. Like very nice people, like I half
mm,
my community has been a part of yours at some or half your community has been a part of mine rather. So like
right.
I know those people.
Like
And
you've permanently stolen no freaking fun from me. Like he doesn't even come around my channel anymore. He posts in my Discord like once a fucking like every few months. But like he's a Brie person
I'm
now.
sorry, I love him so much. You
He's
can't have him
awesome.
back.
He's great. And you know like I relinquish my rights to no
Thank
fun.
you.
And you can have him in the divorce.
Okay,
And
we'll write it off in
uh
the paperwork.
yeah. And but like there's so many like I think that's really cool. Like especially with you and I, and then like there's a handful of people also who I share a lot of community members with, right? Who it's just nice to go into another person's channel and be like, oh hey, there's the person who
Friends.
yeah, right, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. You get it. And I don't know, we're not like you and I don't think like we're not by any metric popular streamers, you know? Um like I stream a lot and I've been streaming a long time. Um and like I feel like only recently have I really begun to gain anything that you might call traction.
Yeah.
Um but like, that's also not why I do it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's why
And
it's so easy to talk to you about streaming is because we both do it for the same reason. It's just like for fun and to put really stupid shit out onto the
yeah.
internet. Because like
Oh
I'm gonna
man.
do this stupid shit anyway, but like if other people are gonna
Right.
enjoy it with me, that's fucking awesome.
If I had Twitch like in the aughts, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yo, if I had it when like my friends were into like let's make a dumbass movie together or
Yeah. Oh, I
something.
used to do that
Like,
all the time.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my, I'll never forget and or forgive. Um
Oh
my friends and
God.
I we spent an entire night. We made a sitcom pilot in my friend's abandoned church. And then they recorded over it. It was a full pilot. We'd edit it together. It was so terrible, but I loved it. And they recorded
No.
over it because they were playing Bibleopoly, which is Bible Monopoly.
And why would you not record over?
Why would you record yourself playing anything? And yeah, that's gone forever. But
I'm so
yeah, like
sorry.
I just uh I know I like making stupid shit.
Yeah.
I really do. I always have. Like going back to just writing stories. I would like, I would write really dumb, like kind of silly stories just to make people laugh. Um, and like that's kind of what I like to do with my stream as much as possible now is either let's chill and hang out or like let's chill and hang out and then here's a dumbass video I made
Yeah.
to like accompany that or here's like a dumbass like premise or here's a dumbass game we're gonna play and like
Your
I like
dedication to some of the games you play, because for context, if anyone doesn't know, you have, it's called SNES and XS, right? Am I wrong?
No, you're correct.
Okay, cool. So Matt is currently on a mission to, and you can correct me, play every single Super Nintendo game ever made.
That is correct.
And there's a lot of really bad ones that you've like really, because you're kind of a completionist. Like you finished that shit.
I mean, that's kind of the goal is to finish them. That was really kind of what got me into streaming like on a regular basis. So like I streamed a couple of things before that, and those streams are all fairly lost to time. I don't like I keep hard copies of every stream I make.
Really?
Yeah, my hard drives are pretty clogged.
What? That's actually wild. You stream?
Yeah.
How often do you stream? Like every night?
Almost every night. I did stream last night. But like I normally stream about 2 hours a night, for the most part. Which like, but I don't like to have a schedule, so I kind of just like do it whenever.
So
but yeah,
you don't have a set thing. You're just like, I am streaming tonight as I do most nights.
right, right. Like, but the time is around like now. 10 p.m. ish is normally when I'll start.
Well, that's the other thing is you start so fucking late. Like sometimes you're starting at like 11 or 12 and I'm like, this
Right.
man is a teacher. Like how do you do that?
It's just self-harm. No, I'm a night person. I made the foolish decision to do a morning person career.
I'm in the
but
same boat.
I am like I get energized when the sun goes down.
Yeah, I do too.
And like so I'll come home from work at like 4 o'clock and I'm beat, tired. Like I took a nap today. It was awesome.
You should take a nap every day with the schedule that you're like popping out here.
I'm trying not to do naps anymore. I took a nap like every day last year and I'm like maybe I should like try to do something with my life.
No. You're already doing things.
I've been going to bed earlier too.
Okay,
so
well that helps.
Finally, in my 30s, I'm working on myself. But yeah, I stream pretty late just because it's kind of started off like in the evenings. I would like hang out with friends or something. And like I have roommates, and my roommates are my best friends, and so like it's hey, let's hang out in the living room and let's watch something or play something or whatever. And then by the time everyone's going to bed, I'm like, energy time. Let's stream.
Yeah.
And it's kind of still that way. Except now I'll come home and it's like, okay, maybe I want to watch a show myself, or maybe I want to go out, have a date or something. And I can still come back and stream. It's a weird time. I think if I like streamed full time, I wouldn't stream at these hours. But like maybe I would. I don't know. I don't fucking know. That's a weird alternate universe version of me that doesn't exist.
Have you ever considered streaming full time?
It would need to make a lot more money.
Yeah. Do you think it would ruin it for you? Because I go through that sometimes where I'm like, would it ruin it for me if I made this a job and had to rely on other people liking me and giving me money every month?
Sure. I thought about that. So when I first started, like that was something that I was pretty dead set against. I have a career. I'm happy with it, and this is something that I want to do on the side because it's fulfilling to me, and I have fun with it. The past few years in my career have been kind of like with COVID and all of the cool stuff America loves to do with teachers.
No shit. So, I don't know how you're still in it. Like, much respect to you. I do not know how you're still in it.
And like I've thought about like, hey, if something took off, I think that I could do this as a job. It would be like the thing that I would find fulfilling about it is I would like be able to spend a lot more time putting work into the dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like, okay, maybe I want to edit videos and make it like dedicate a YouTube channel to it. Maybe I could spend some time, editing real dumb backgrounds for the stream and then do the stream for like 4 to 8 hours or whatever instead of like the hour and a half to 2 I do nightly. Because I feel like 2 hours a night is, while that's consistent, that doesn't get you really growth. You kind of have to have those longer streams.
I know. But it's
For the
hard.
growth.
Like
It
when you
is,
spend your
yeah.
whole day being on and then you want to go do your fun thing, but it's really,
Yeah.
really late. Like because I can only now stream for like maximum 3 hours. That's it. My brain
Yeah.
can't do anymore. Like it's the end of the day. I get it.
Right. I mean, I can do longer streams. I just kind of prefer not to. And like I don't feel like I'm on per se, just because there's a lot of the same energy I put into streams that I put into teaching or that I put into I don't put on a face, I feel. I mean, we've hung out in person too. I feel like I'm fairly similar.
You are this person.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like to play a character, and that's kind of always been me. Like Cartridgeblowers is my first internet username.
You've always just been like Matt.
My internet username from 2001 until like 2017 was my full name,
Just full first and last.
first and last.
Hell yeah.
And I realized, oh, I don't want that out. I'm a teacher, and so
I wonder about that all the time.
Yeah. I've had students find me before.
Have you really? What do you do?
So when I taught middle school, it was very much just like sometimes like they'll be like, "Hey, what's up, cartridge blowers?" And either I'll be like, "Deny, deny, deny," or they'll be like, "Oh, I saw you on YouTube, or I saw you on Twitch," and I'd be like, "Yeah, do you have a YouTube channel? We should do a collab."
Go hard in the opposite direction.
Yeah, or they've been like, "Oh, yo, Mr. C, you have a YouTube channel?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do makeup tutorials." And I pop pimples all day. That's what I do. Yeah, I make those weird Spider-Man sex cartoons that are all over YouTube.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
I love those.
And like occasionally I've had a kid come into Twitch chat. I actually have a paste bin link for like, so the rules that pop up in my Twitch chat when you join it for the first time are like, don't be shitty, don't be racist, etc., etc., etc. And then if you are my student, click this link, and the link brings you. Yeah, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. I just like click through the paste bin stuff.
Understandable.
Or the the things that pop up in chat, and I don't think it'll come up for me anymore. So feel free to explain.
Basically, it's just saying like, hey, listen, this is something I stole most of the text from Author Blues, who is a college professor.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Who also streams, and I was like, yeah. So basically, the general gist of it is, this is my space that I use to sort of decompress after work. It's something I do for fun, and please don't make it weird.
Yeah.
And no one's made it too weird to the point where like, and only kids have found it. And I think that's because kids are very online.
Yeah.
My problem would be if like an adult found it. That would be weird.
Right. Like a parent or something.
Or a boss.
Oh, that's also equally weird.
Yeah, like either weird or dangerous, because like I don't want them like, like while I want the stream to be authentic, right? It's me, and like I cuss.
Sure.
I'll talk about politics or sex or whatever, because like it's just hanging out,
Yeah.
Why am I I'm not going to censor myself. I'm not trying to provide a family friendly experience. But like, I live in the South also, and hey, is that my son's teacher? And he said cock.
Yeah. You did that flawlessly.
My son's teacher said cock 3 times on the internet. I seen it. We'll put him in jail, and then I'm going to jail for life. It sucks.
For saying cock.
They've executed so many teachers down. It's really bad.
Jesus. Do you just, if you ever have a student or someone, do you panic? Like how, I think because I used to teach, I was an informal teacher. I did I was doing, those kind of programs where I didn't see the kids too much. But like, I think I would like freeze. Like, I would figure out a way to play it off. But like, what do you do?
So those original times when it happened, I was a little panicked. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was sweating a little bit for sure. And like I said, I tried to play it off. Let's do a collab. Oh yeah, no, I do. I have a YouTube channel? Of course I do. Or of course I don't. Or just something witty to like play it off and make them think I'm just like joking, but really I'm deflecting and running away and hiding in the corner and screaming. I remember very vividly actually the first time a kid kind of intimated that they had found it, like the day ending and me going like to my car and just kind of going, "Oh my god."
Oh, that's a
I
nightmare.
I have to stop.
I can't do this anymore.
And in fact, so like on the audio podcast on Stuff Weekly, like it used to say my full name
Yeah.
because we started back when that was my username is everywhere, and Cody had to go back and change everything to say like I think it just says Matt, or maybe it says like Matt Ryan, which is like my middle name. And so like I was like, yeah, no, fucking, we gotta shut this shit down. Like, I went and locked my live journal that I had. I was like, no one can find me.
Oh wait, that brings up a question. This is like way back, but you said if you were being serious about uploading your fan fiction, what were you writing? Like, what fan fiction?
Well, I was a 16-year-old boy.
Sure, I'm not gonna judge you.
Well, no, I was like 14, right? Probably 14. Let's see. Yeah. So I wrote Dragon Ball Z fan fiction. Yes.
And are we talking smut, or are we just talking like?
I never wrote smut. I knew smut writers.
Sure.
Because like my idea was I was gonna write fan fiction, and this is how the teenage brain works. I would become a writer. I would become an actual author.
Sure.
Like, it's the stepping stone.
I feel like some people have. Right? Isn't Twilight like, wasn't that like a fan fiction about
Stephanie Meyer was like
No, I'm sorry, it's 50 Shades of Grey was Twilight fan fiction.
Right. I just like, I don't know, I knew a lot of fanfic writers back then. This has come up a lot lately because my nephew has been writing fan fiction.
Hell yeah.
He's been writing My Chemical Romance fan fiction.
Yes. Yes.
And then like reading it to me, and I'm like, all right, that's pretty good, man. Good job. But I wrote Dragon Ball Z fan fiction. I wrote like whatever shows I was watching at the time, like Gundam. I tried to be very serious and write, dramatic stories, but I'm not good at serious, as anyone I've ever dated will tell you.
Story of my life.
Right. Like I can, try to do serious as much as possible, but it's eventually just going to become jokes. And my fan fiction is still out there. I have not deleted it. So intrepid viewers can.
You heard really that? You can search it out, and if you find it, I have no money to give you, but you can have the accolades that go along with it.
Like, it's not good, but like every couple years or so, I'll go back and take a look at it and be like, man, you know what? I put my heart and soul into this garbage.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, you're an English teacher, so you wrote things, and you're an English teacher.
Right. I will go back and criticize my own grammar.
Well, no, I was just gonna say, like, do you think you would want to be an author? Like, because I don't know, I feel like in this day and age, anyone can be an author, right? Just like write the thing and publish it, and like.
Yeah, I mean, that was so. I went through a lot of different career like options in my head. I wanted to be an actor. And I'm a bigger dude, and so it's kind of hard to get into acting that way. Like that's just like the reality of it. And so I was like, well, my other talent is I'm pretty good at writing. And so I was like, I'll be an author, or then I was in college. I'm like, I'll be an actor. No, I'll be an author. I'll be a journalist. I'll be an actor. I'll be a journalist. And I was like, why don't I just teach?
That is like a very weird place to go after. I think I'm going to do all these creative things. Just kidding. I'm going to subject myself to children.
Right. Well, I mean, that's what's magical about teaching, and a lot of the reason I love it so much. All the stuff I hate about teaching is bureaucracy. It's red tape. It's the adults. The kids are awesome, even when they're not. Like, and the part that's fulfilling to me about teaching is like I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be a writer. I wanted to be a journalist. I get to be those things.
Yeah.
Like getting up and teaching a class full of kids is acting every day. I'm on stage every single day. And goddamn, do I make it a performance? Like every day I slam my door in a different way. Like today I was like, I did like a 1-inch punch. I just held my hand out and then just and I screamed and they looked up and the door slammed and I'm like, good morning, and they're like, oh my god, why do you do that every day? I hate it.
Yeah, okay, so you're teaching older kids now. You used to teach middle school.
Yeah.
You're now with high school. Do you find that they like are more into the antics, or is it like harder to get the laugh out?
I mean, it's a little harder to get the laugh out, but I'm okay with that. I teach 9th graders, so they're basically just big 8th graders.
Yes.
The cool part about 9th graders is that they 8th graders think they're like the shit because they've risen to the top rank, but now they're back at the low rank. And so that's the part that I kind of like a little more, is, you know, is I can put some fear in them. It's just
right at the beginning of the day, just straight to fear.
Love fear. Big fan of it. I think like, I don't know, making them laugh is forming rapport with kids. And that's the main part of teaching.
And I think you already know this, but like, and I've said this to you before, you are the kind of teacher I would have loved to have as a kid, right? Because you posted something a while ago of a student that had handed you a note when you worked in middle school, I think. And they just said like something like, I came to school because of you, or like something along those lines. And I felt that, and I was like, that is the type of teacher that I feel like those kids need, especially now with everything going on in the world. Like,
yeah. And I mean, and I teach at a fairly rough school, by design. That's the only place I want to teach. I don't want to teach at any rich kid schools. Those aren't my people. And like, in fact, my first teaching was, I taught in Costa Rica at an international school.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I lived in Costa Rica for half a year. And I taught like the kids of ambassadors, and like people would be like, oh yeah, here's my dad's Wikipedia article, and I'm like, okay. And like, I love those kids very much, but they're not my people. Mm-hmm. And you know, my people are like, I grew up dirt poor. I grew up, you know, and so these are my people. And so like, yeah, I don't know, I want to provide at like, I don't know, a place that is welcoming and like fun to be in. And like, I'm there to teach them English. But if they don't learn English, that's cool. Like, don't tell my boss I said that. But like,
well, this isn't gonna go on the internet or anything, so there's no way they're gonna find it. But
like, if but like, oh god, that's terrible. I don't like that.
That's so tight.
Now, I remember why I don't wear ties anymore.
They're really like, this is when you mean this. I don't even know how to get it up there.
I think I fucked it up. It's stuck here forever. This is me now. But like, I don't know. My philosophy is, if a kid, I want a kid to be a better human being than they were like 180 days or whatever, how many days it is till the end of the semester now. It used to be a full year. Now it's a semester. And if they're a better person in some fashion, whether I taught them English or just taught them, you know, to be more empathetic, then like, that fucking rules. That's a success. That's a win.
Yeah. Do you feel like you had any of those teachers for you growing up?
I think so, yeah. I think like there are a few that stand out. I mean, there was my 7th grade language arts teacher who I have been lucky enough to still work with sometimes. He still teaches in the county.
Really?
We're friends on Facebook.
Stop! I love that.
Mr. Tribbish.
Shout out Mr. Tribbish.
Yeah, and he's like, yo, check out my blog. He does like this Tumblr about like indie music, the bands that he reviews.
It could have been way worse. It could have been like, look at my clown porn fetish blog. And you're like, whoa.
Yo, Matt, remember when I taught you in 7th grade? Yeah, check out my blog. It's about its feet.
And you're like, oh, I think maybe, I won't read that, but good job.
Teaching isn't for me, I guess. Thanks.
That was the one that broke the camel's back. You were like,
There were a lot of teachers who just made me teachers who made me feel welcome. Teachers who provided just a chill environment. I don't know that there were a lot of teachers that I learned a lot from. Like there were, but like it was more so just like, oh, here's a teacher who was like laid back, but also not uncaring,
Yeah.
And that was the kind of teacher I wanted to be, which is cool because that's kind of like how I am in life. I feel like I'm pretty laid back, and I actually care a whole lot about a lot of things. But I felt welcomed, and that's what I'm trying to provide, even if it's not in the traditional sense, because I'm very bad at decorating a classroom. But
I don't know. I've seen those photos. I feel like that was a good classroom. I'd want to be in that classroom.
My partner did that, and
your partner seems wonderful.
She did that for my birthday last year, and then came up and did it again this year. And I'm like, fuck yes, thank you. So, like, it was my gift both years, and a cake, and and like all my 9 years of teaching previous. This is my 10th year teaching.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm vested in retirement. I can quit now.
Yay!
But like all my years previous, it was like, what's on my walls? Nothing, because that's how I decorate. Like, this is my bedroom.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You got your main setup. You've got the essentials. I'm a maximalist, okay? Like, I'm gonna fill
I love it.
every nook and cranny with bullshit. So
yeah, why would you not want a xenomorph behind you at all times?
Right. And I do at all times. But no, I think the most important part is the fact that like you show up and you're there for the kids, and I feel like a lot of teachers, and this is not to discredit the teachers that have like gone out of the profession, because I completely get leaving. Like I would have left.
Thought about it.
Yeah, I'm sure you have multiple times. Like I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah. But like I make a point to like I think it's important to, for instance, like I'm at the door every day when my kids come in.
Yeah.
And like, there to say good morning or say hi, or to like give them a fist bump or whatever. Something, something silly. Like some teachers kind of go above and beyond. I've seen videos of like, oh, here's a teacher who fist bumped every kid, right? And so
I like where we're going with this. I was like, I don't know how to untie this. Otherwise, I think I could do it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I still wanted to have a cool mustache, and I thought it was cool.
It's really good.
Thanks. I'm gonna make it a cool headband. I think it looks stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, like, yeah, I think just even like saying hi to a kid, or like caring about their life, or saying like, hey, what'd you do? How was your weekend? My partner introduced something to me that I think was really cool that I tried to do with my kids, and I started doing with my nephew, and I've actually started doing with chat when I stream. It's just like
show me, motivate me.
It's as simple as like asking, what was the best part of your day?
Oh, I love that.
Like our last things we normally say to each other, because we don't live together, is what's the best part of your day? And I don't know, like I find with kids, adults often don't care.
Yeah.
And don't care to ask. But I remember when I was a kid, my parents weren't around a lot, because I was very much a latchkey kid. My mom and dad worked, and so but when they were home, they would always ask, hey, how was your day? What happened? What'd you do? And I thought that was pretty valuable. And so with the kids I have, and then like I think it was just the people in my life taking that interest, to say, hey, I actually do care about what you did, and that matters. That's impactful.
Yeah. I feel like
meaningful.
I like that. I feel like that's a good place to leave this off. I feel like you and I need to have like at least 8 more conversations to cover literally everything I've ever wanted to talk about to do with, but we'll leave it off with that. So Matt, what was the best part of your day?
It was this interview.
Oh, I like it here. Yeah. I didn't set him up to say that at all.
Yes. And that's the title of the episode. This interview will be the best part of your day.
Oh, shit! Oh, my God! We've just gone full circle! I'm glad that you remembered, because I didn't, and we were about to be like, click, fuck! And then I would have to go back and be like, I forgot to name the episode, I'm sorry.
I'm still gonna be like, click, fuck, but just...
but for other reasons.
Out of principle, this one. I see myself reflected in one of your holy shit.
Tiny Matt over here.
That rules.
It's not good to have a gallery wall right behind you, but like I love it so much.
And I'm there. I was like, who is that a picture of? Oh wait, that's me. That's not a picture of me. That'd be weird. Oh.
Can you imagine if I just like scrolled to the side, the whole wall was just pictures of you?
Here's what you do for one of these interviews, and it'll be expensive, I know, but this is going to take off.
I'm dedicating. I'm dedicating.
T-shirt with the person's face on it. For every episode.
Wait, that's so good. It's so good. I don't think that would be that expensive because you can get those iron-on ones, right?
Yeah. And you did Media Night. Media Night was a VTuber.
Yeah, she was awesome.
Avatar. Yeah, I haven't watched the full thing. I started watching it. But like that's an easy shirt.
I know, and she like advertises herself just being a cool VTuber.
Yeah, exactly. And Media Night's great. So
I agree. Well, I appreciate you. Do you really quick want to just like shout out your socials or whatever, like advertise yourself?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Cartridgeblowers. You can find me at Twitter at cart_blowers because there's a character limit on usernames for some reason. I guess you could find me on like, I don't know, I don't think I use anything else. I don't use that. I was like, what's my Instagram? I was like, I don't use Instagram really.
It's dying.
Yeah, TikTok. I don't really use that.
Yeah, TikTok. You have fun stuff on TikTok.
Occasionally, like I'll come up with an idea. I'm like, I'm bored. I'll film something today.
And I always laugh.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think it's Cartridgeblowers on TikTok. I'm pretty sure.
Heck yeah.
And yeah, other than that, you can find me in a dark alley and
in your nightmares.
Yeah, exactly. In the darkest reaches of your mind, there I'll be waiting. With cake, so it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Well, thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it. I've wanted to talk to you for a long time. We're gonna do this again because I think you have a lot of good things
I would love
to
come back. I would love to come back. Different ties.
Different ties.
Ties again, but different ties. That's
done. Okay. I will plan on it. All right.
Got it.
That has been it. Thank you so much for joining us. See you in the next one. Goodbye.
I won't.
That's the end. I'm just gonna zoom in. I won't.
I won't see you in the next one. That'd be weird.